Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the instant match reaction for Everton 0, Fulham 2. We've done it again, haven't we? We haven't turned up at Goodison Park against the team we should be beating. Look, if you want to get top four, you're going to have to start beating these teams, but it's starting to get late in the season a little bit now. And I just can't put my finger on why we can't beat these teams. Credit to Fulham, they turned up and wanted it more than us all over the pitch from minute one. We just didn't want to know, really. I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on it. Carlo Ancelotti started with Sigurdsson up front by the look of things, and Richarlison hammers on the left. I think Richarlison did eventually go up front. No Mina and Keane today, which worried me. Our best defensive partnership, and Godfrey and Colgate went to centre-half pairing. I know it was just a frustrating game of football to watch. We were terrible. I thought this was worse than the Newcastle game. We were awful all game. First 10 minutes, Fulham had 3 great chances. They even hit the post. There was one that Robin Olsen came to punch, and I don't know if he actually got it, but Fulham just hit it over from an open goal. Oh, it was awkward. We had a second to think about it, but I thought Robin Olsen put us in a little bit of danger there with that one, and they just hit the post, and they were just all over us. And then nothing changed at all. There was no idea on 20 minutes that Harrison Reed had a chance that just blazed over, and the alarm bells just didn't click into Everton's head at all until, well, there was another one on the 25th minute where Lookman, I thought it was in. I thought that was in, and it went wide. McManaman screaming for the corner, and it turned out that it hit the floor. But that's Steve McManaman for you, isn't it? I mean, he hasn't got a clue. The first real chance for Everton came to Andre Gomez, who I thought was absolutely abysmal all game. To be honest, him and Holgate weren't great today at all for us. And of course, it just goes wide, and that just summed up his first half, really. He was a passenger for most of the game, apart from 1 or 2 good long balls that he'd done here and there. And then Coleman, straight after that, hit the post, and then it was unlucky that, it was a very good shot. It's all he could do. He was on the edge of the box, but then he put another great challenge in straight after that, and I thought, right, Coleman's up for it now. This might gear the team on. It just never. Nothing happened. Fulham just came back on top, and they deserved, well, not deserved, but they went in at half time, and they probably should have been 1-0 up. 2 even. Everton just were terrible, and I was screaming for a change there. I thought, I would have brought Gomez off, dropped Sigurdsson back and put Josh King up front, but Carlo didn't change it, and then Fulham just go 1-0 up on the 47th minute with Madja, who in his first start has scored for them with a tap-in, really. I mean, I think it was Coleman who got done a little bit there, but it was a great 1-2 for Fulham in all fairness. Great cross right across the box, and he just taps it home, and I just didn't think we'd come back from this at all, and we never. We never. Carlo made some subs, baffled me a little bit, brought Tom Davis off, who I thought was probably one of the brightest sparks for us today. I mean, he didn't do anything amazing, but he was trying to get stuck in and trying to move it forward a little bit. I would have personally took Andre Gomez off there, but he didn't. He took Davis off, brought Michael Keane on to shore the defence up a little bit, took Coleman off and put Holgate there. And it just didn't work, did it? I mean, Keane done alright when he come on, tried to play the ball forward, but Fulham go and score, and him and Godfrey just stood there ball watching. Admittedly, it is half a second, but when they hit the post, why are the 2 Fulham players running forward and Godfrey and Keane are just standing there watching them? Why are them 2 moving forward and they're not? Unless they were looking for maybe an offside option or something. But Madja just slots it home again for his second goal in his first half for Fulham. Just typical, it really is. And then we had 1 shot on target, finally, in the 75th minute at home to Fulham. We have our first shot with 15 minutes to go, and Sigurdsson wasn't a great shot, to be honest. He hit it and it bounced off the floor, and the keeper caught it. There was nothing to it. And then I thought we'd scored. Gomez did put a good ball in all fairness, but King was offside. I mean, he is looking at the line, but yeah, it was just a game to forget. It really was. Nothing really happened after that. Emmett McTryan to attack and create, but nothing came of it. Fulham just defended really well, and they deserved this win today. I've got no complaints that we deserved anything out of this game, because we were terrible. We were dreadful. It was awful to watch. It was frustrating to watch. Poor performances, sideways and backwards passing constantly. I don't care what anyone says, no one does that more than us. And the biggest culprit there, and people might think I'm picking on him, I don't care, is Andre Gomez. Every time he gets that ball, he passes it backwards. But in all fairness, a lot of them were doing this today. James didn't affect the game at all, went off injured. Hope he's going to be better on Wednesday, or the derby at least. But it was just a bad game. It was a terrible game, and it's just Everton, isn't it, to do that? I mean, this was a big opportunity for us today to get 3 points and go level on joint fourth. And we just can't take it. We never do. And I would not be surprised one little bit if we go and beat City on Wednesday. I just wouldn't. But that is the match reaction. The player ratings will be up next as well. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for all your Everton related content, stay tuned for more videos. Thanks very much. See you later.